Apologies for the long post. A lot happened in the 11 years I lived in that house, so I want to share the bigger events that took place while I was living in that house. Grab a snack. This is a long post. I've always been a skeptic of ghosts, chalking it all up to demons or just my subconscious playing tricks on me when I'm tired. But after moving to a new place, far away from my old one, I realized that something really wasn't right with my old home. For starters, the month before I moved, I had one of the worst and only night terrors of my life. I woke up abruptly as I felt an extremely intense fear response out of nowhere, throwing my sheets off my bed and holding my chest for dear life. I genuinely felt like someone or something was moments away from stabbing me in the stomach, and needless to say, I didn't get much sleep after that. A few years before that, I had another night where I had my one and only again, and as far as I know, sleep paralysis episode that I still remember very vividly. I woke up on my back, of course I did, and turned my eyes to the right to see a short person child's height looking at me. Its face was quite literally contorting, spinning into itself, so I couldn't make out any details, while it was wearing a very long but thin black gown over itself, creating the illusion like its body faded into the blackness surrounding its torso. I blinked hard and then quickly sat up, looking around. The entire time the episode took place, I knew I was fully awake. I often kept fans running when I was sleeping in that old place since it was hot at night during the summer, and remember clearly hearing those fans running as I saw the figure next to my bed. One more account, not by me, but my uncle, was staying at my home for a few months and described something mildly unsettling to me. One night, he was just about falling asleep, sometime after 12 a.m., and told me he felt someone tap his shoulder a couple times. He thought it was my father and looked over to see what was up, only to tell me nobody was there. My father had also told me years ago that he jokingly saw a shadow of an older guy walking in our kitchen one night, but deep down I think he wasn't lying. Other smaller accounts that had happened weren't necessarily hauntings or whatever, but more like things that seemed off. For starters, the few weeks after we first moved in, I had intense bouts of nausea and had to start taking antacid medications because my stomach was a wreck. Eventually, it got a little better, but never back to normal until I moved to this place where now I hardly, if ever, have needed antacid since moving here. Another thing to note, I used to get frequent and bleep intense nightmares, usually about tornadoes or my childhood home. After moving here, I've hardly had any nightmares that felt as intense as those did, and these days I haven't really been remembering my dreams as much anymore, weirdly enough.